Yow! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Say hi, Clarence. Meow. We are back. I am eXtine, joined by NexLevel Dota. What's up, Nex?
Ayo.
Ayo. We got one last game for you guys tonight. Should be fantastic. FTD, maybe at least in that last game, a bit of an underdog, as I mentioned earlier in this tournament. The top two seeds are Detonator and Scar as well. Detonator just lost to FTD in this last game. And now they are joining JapanDotaRejects in this winner bracket semifinal. An important match because this is the last BO1, and I'm sure Detonator was maybe a little bit salty about losing that one, and now finding themselves in the lower bracket. But that's just kind of the nature of a tournament sometimes, right? You gotta get through those BO1s.
Yep. Trial by fire.
Yeah, and sometimes you burn up, you know.
Yeah. Out of the frying pan into the fire. Oh.
Yeah, that's never a good place to be. But right now, we are getting into our last draft of the night. FTD on the Dire. And Dota Rejects on the Radiant.
We're going to finish it off with some good Dota.
Yeah.
It's been good Dota. This is, it's going to be great.
I think so.
See, we haven't seen either of these teams today, I believe, correct?
No, that is correct. FTD, I was watching just a little bit as they were playing that last game against Detonator, and was a pretty interesting game. We also had not seen Lone Druid, although that is a hero that they got in that last game, so maybe JapanDota Rejects are watching as well and banning out that Lone Druid.
Yep. Smart, good Lone Druid players. Just like unkillable.
Yeah, Lone Druid is just extremely strong right now, you know. Has Clarence is super chatty, don't worry. She looks like she might be bugging out. Yeah.
Yeah. That it surprises me, to be honest, because they didn't make like Ice Frog didn't make Lone Druid's bear any tankier, as far as I know.
Yeah.
All they really did was give him the Savage Roar, and then changed some of his abilities around, the movement speed ability, and like it was like a passive attack speed increase, I think, or something like that. They took that out and then added part of the effect to the other abilities. But like, yeah, but what I'm getting at, it's just weird that, because I remember in my games and in pro games, like the bear would get really strong 6-slotted, and then at the end of the game, they could just burst down the bear very easily, especially if they have anything with armor reduction. And there's nothing you could do about it. Your bear just dies when you're trying to push. And it's just interesting to me. It's like almost that slight advantage you get with the roar allows you to keep your bear alive. Just that gives you that inch, and then all of a sudden you can get healed up, sent back to base, or just, you know, in general, just contribution without the bear dying.
We're going to get Darkseer, a hero that we haven't seen in our games today. Darkseer, though, a very powerful hero throughout the game, especially with that wall, creating replicas, so they're just as powerful as your opponents get to be themselves. And Vacuum also provides for great combo possibilities. Certainly will help Earth Spirit hit those stones, those silences, and, you know, remains, you know, with Doom on the board, you don't want Doom to have an easy choice of who to Doom.
Yeah, that's true. You definitely true. You want multiple people that kind of there's just targets that feel like it's not worth dooming, and if you get a lot of those targets, that's good. Or if you have a lot of high priority targets, then that's also good. But yeah, Wall of Replica is especially good against any carry or lineup that has multiple carries where the base damage is high, because that's what the illusions copy in terms of damage. So things against Wall of Replica against, you know, PAs or Skeleton Kings or Svens is really good. But we'll see.
We're through our second banning phase. Zeus and Gyro in the casualties from FTD's perspective, while Sven and Wind Ranger banned out from JapanDota Rejects.
Yeah, Wind Ranger, don't want it. Gyro being banned. So Darkseer is an interesting hero to me, because there's games where he feels amazing, and there's games where he doesn't feel as good.
Yeah.
And it seems like you have to use all of his abilities wisely and consciously. Like you have to
Mhm.
use Surge in a very good aggressive way and really capitalize on being able to initiate early game with max run speed, and then also defensively as well. And I was just gonna say, Disruptor would be great against just Earth Spirit in general because of that initiation, but
Mhm.
specifically laning against Darkseer, Disruptor is amazing. Anyone with
Yeah.
that cap that requires their laning dependent on their ability to defensively use their escape abilities is one thing, but the other thing is that other, like other offlaners that have an instant blink like Puck or Quap, it's harder to glimpse those people. You have to predict the blink before it occurs and cancel it as it's traveling. While at lower levels, but with Darkseer, he runs away rather than blinking, so it's a very easy glimpse into kinetic field.
Mhm. And we get Lifestealer out for Japan Dota Rejects. Another hero that I know has been kicked around as being underrated or kind of forgotten about. Certainly, we've been seeing the power of Juggernaut, who hasn't been banned here, but looks like instead Dyer's going to go a different direction. And certainly one of the reasons why Juggernaut is strong is because he has that natural BKB, something that Lifestealer has in common with him.
Yep. Yeah, and this Ursa pickup is strong with Darkseer, surging the Ursa, get all those Fury swipes off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be good. And the Ursa is also a good response to Lifestealer, who, yeah, like you said, magic immunity. Ursa's all physical damage. It's Gucci. Um, Beastmaster Roar is going to be tough against Ursa, but Oracle has the Purge, and I'm pretty sure that Fortune's End is a minor purge. Well, I know that, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure as a minor purge, it does not purge Primal Roar from Beastmaster. But I know for a fact that False Promise will purge that.
Interesting.
So if he can ult after the Beastmaster ult, it's as if Beastmaster doesn't have one.
So we got last band coming out here. I was going to point out before they did it, but beat me to it. Just that, not that it was Death Prophet or anything, but just that pretty clear that FTD needed a mid. And so Japan Dota Rejects as well. We don't want to play against Death Prophet. And they throw Death Prophet out. Are we also looking for a mid pick for Japan Dota Rejects? Seems to be the case.
Yeah, it does appear so. And the main reason they banned Death Prophet, I think, is because when Life Stealer is infested into Ancients, not only does Death Prophet's Siphon deal damage to Ancients, but it also slows them, and it's a good counter to that.
And Quappa banned off, that blink, not allow Lifestealer to get in there. Now Medusa picked up by Japan Dota Rejects.
Wow, yeah, Japan Dota, Medusa.
Yeah, switching it up.
Yeah, I'd love to hear kind of a detailed comparison of Medusa and Spectre, what they're both good at, what's one better at. I know for a fact there's a couple things that Spectre's better at, but Medusa, I think it equates to being more tanky in the end because it's 2.5 damage per mana rather than uh, the dispersion damage, which ends up being 22% of all damage. So they're both essentially pure damage nullifying abilities. Dispersion, except for the case of HP removal, does block all damage. An Alchemist, the last pick.
Yeah.
Okay, Oracle and Alchemist is amazing for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
It does double the regen from Alchemist when he's ulted by Oracle.
Looks like we've got a request for a remake, so we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I guess we can still hang out and chat about things, but
yeah,
we will have
man.
to have a remake here.
All right.
Get things going. So hang tight here as we get into this kind of second remake game and get launched again here.
Things were going too smoothly.
Yeah, I know. Everything had gone very smoothly here tonight.
Earthquake wasn't enough. Hopefully that is over with.
Yeah, and the lobby is back up, so we should be back going pretty soon here.
That's not the password. Wow, yeah, I want to see, because that's like a lot of carry, I think, on the side of FDL. So I'm going to have to look at that lineup for a little bit after we get back into that. There we go. There we go. Bing bong. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. What are you doing after the cast?
I'm gonna go to sleep, man.
Imagine if you had to work a 10-hour day after you cast. That's what I gotta do.
Oof.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, my next week's schedule will be a little bit more interesting with work and whatnot. But I have a LAN party going on, so I just get to sleep in and then go to a LAN party. So that ain't
QQ.
bad. Yeah, I know, right? Oof, life is hard. Life is hard.
Yeah, that's cool though. Is it just a LAN? What is it, like multiple games being played?
Yeah, people just doing whatever. It's Vector LAN, which is kind of a spin-off of the PDX LANs, which are in Portland, Oregon, where I am based. Not too far from where NexLevel is based up in Washington. The PDX LAN guys are awesome. It's one of North America's biggest LANs. They get huge support in regards of sponsorship prizes. They have a huge raffle. This one, the Vector LAN, is actually 21 and up. So they actually have a bar. A bartender is just chilling in the corner. And that's
nice.
pretty awesome. Yeah.
I love that. I love the prospect of the future barcades, kind of like esports bars.
Yeah.
Go out, watch some Dota, some LoL, StarCraft, something like that.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out. Portland's got a lot going on. We had another barcade just open up, and actually our first esports bar is in the works from these guys that are friends of mine named Outrage Esports. So,
yeah,
pretty cool dudes.
Sometimes they're called pub stomps. Sometimes they're called bar crafts.
We're getting our remake going here. Once we have our picks going, I'll do a little re-intro for us. Trim out this casual time.
Sign it in. Dial us in.
All right, actually, I'll just... I don't know. I don't know who's playing who because of the way this Yyyaaooo works.
Yeah. Okay, now I can actually get my eyes on this lineup again.
Right. Ooh. It's a wacky one. Make sure to join us next week, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be, as well as tomorrow, starting off 3 a.m. Pacific time. I don't know what that is, CST, but also 7 p.m. Japan time.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Japan, 3 a.m. PST, and then UTC.
It's probably like noon, right? Something like that. So, maybe they're 9 or 8 ahead of us.
Yeah, I think it's 10 a.m. UTC, I believe.
Yeah, daylight savings time switch is a little bit different, but I think they're about to catch up.
Oh, why do we have daylight savings time still? Oh my god.
Yyyaaooo! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to our final match of day 1. I'm your host, eXtine, joined by NexLevel Dota.
NexLevel, it's me.
Let me run down rosters real quick, then we'll get some draft analysis from our boy NexLevel. Over for JapanDotaRejects on the Lifestealer, it is QQ1s. Then on Medusa, it's Monorita. Evil is going to be playing the Beastmaster. Swagmaster on Doom, and Monorita as well on Disruptor. That can't quite be right. Over on FTD, we have Kabuta on Darkseer, Shay on Earth Spirit, Taeyeon on Ursa, Remilia on Alchemist, and Mirai on Oracle.
Indeed, yeah, that's weird. 2 people named the same thing. This is a like a tier 1 tournament. That'd be really interesting. They're like, oh, we can't really call them. They have to give them their own names. But yeah, double smoke going into both the jungles here. You don't really actually see even a smoke, aggressive smoke like this that much anymore, let alone a double. So this is a little awkward. It's like, ooh. But Alchemist, the important thing here is that he gets his, level or 0-minute rune.
Yeah, that bounty rune is pretty helpful for him. He'll level that Grievel's greed, take that extra cash.
Feels good. Easy, 500 gold? Bing bong.
Yeah.
Or no, it's actually less than that, isn't it?
300?
300.
Yeah. Count it, though.
Math is hard. All right. So, looking at the drafts here, I don't actually know exactly how they're going to lane. Yeah, Alchemist mid. Okay, that makes sense. Off lane Darkseer. Yeah, roaming with. So this is what's crazy is Earth Spirit with Oracle is actually a great roaming combo. I'd say up there. It's really decent. The main thing is that the range is really huge, and with your roaming initiation, that's the most important thing. Not to mention being able to gank the safe lane like this. So we're gonna probably see a dead Beastmaster here if they play their cards right. And there's the roll in. It does land. Unfortunately, Oracle's not in position to follow up with his Q just yet. I think he was thinking about stacking at 53. A little bit of miscommunication there, but there's the attempt, and they're going to spook him out of lane. Hopefully they'll get the pull off so that Beastmaster doesn't get that much XP. In the bot lane here, we have Disruptor and Lifestealer, the combo versus the Darkseer. And I mentioned this before, he's level 2, he has Surge, but if they can get a good initiation off and get Disruptor to level 2 to get that glimpse, that's going to be huge. So they didn't bank on getting a kill because they didn't go level 1 glimpse, level 2 kinetic field because that would be the kill potential. Instead, he goes, all right, I'm just going to try to harass him out of lane. Level 1 lightning strike being one of the best nukes in the game at level 1 for a support at 160 damage before damage reductions. So pretty good. But Darkseer, you know, he's a strength hero. He's tanky. He's going to get, he's got double regen. So not really going to work against him so much. But I expect later on when he gets levels, there might be a kill on both of these off lanes. Beastmaster retreating to the hard camp there to get what he can.
Yeah, throwing off his loop already. And last hit's not really too telling of a story. Alchemist doing pretty good in mid lane. Pretty banged up right now, actually. Ooh. 46 health. But he's going to creep away, waiting for that bottle to come back to him.
Yeah. How much? That's weird. I thought it gave 5 times the amount. Oh, that's right. I'm dumb. They did change it so that it doesn't give 5 times the amount anymore for the level 1 rune. Bounty runes give 3 times the amount. Ooh, the roll missing on the Beastmaster as he's salving up. So unfortunately, he's going to get his HP back up. Fortunately for Earth Spirit, that is. And good dodge on the Beastmaster's part.
Yeah, definitely wonderful sidestep there to make sure he gets the full regen there. Alchemist once again banged up pretty good. He's going to have to, you know, bottle Crow or something. The bottom rune is gone. He's going to head down there, not finding it, and Courier is on its way to help him out there.
Yeah, this is so weird. I just seeing the Medusa mid. Medusa is actually strangely tanky. Like you don't really think she is because you look at it and you see less than 600 health. But yeah, I mean, mana shield even at low levels and even with not that much stats in general, so you don't have much strength, you don't have that much mana. But if we were to do the math here, it's 2 to 1 damage per mana here. So that's if she has 300 mana, that's 600 more health that she has essentially.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
she has just crazy stats after, you know, just a bit into that mana shield and a bit of levels.
Yeah.
So she's
take that back. It's 200. 200
200
extra health if she depletes her full mana bar.
Yeah.
But at this rank. So yeah, it's just, you know, you don't see it. 800. She actually has 800 health. And Earth Spirit trying it though. He's gonna do what he can. He rolls in, gets the stun off. Alchemist can't provide much, unfortunately. Doesn't have any points into his stun. That's a laning build. It's what you do. Yeah. But maybe it pushed this Medusa a little bit out, but she's feeling just fine here in the mid lane.
Yeah.
If they're gonna kill her, they need that Oracle for sure. Which of course he's in the top lane doing what he can. He needs to kind of face that Beastmaster, but there's not much he can do. Beastmaster, I don't know. Oracle would have to get a full duration Q, Fortune's End channel off. Oh, in the top lane though, they're gonna go on the Medusa. She went for the rune, and the roll came at the exact same time. They're right clicking, but she's got all that tankiness. She's got level 2 and a mana shield, and it's enough right now. So not gonna do much.
Yeah, she just shrugs it off.
Yep, those boots help for sure.
Meanwhile, we got Disruptor with that Invis rune rotating over. That's gonna be a good pickup.
Yep, this feels real good. Alchemist's gonna grab his. Well, he's gonna bottle Crow, I assume, and but he's gonna return to lane without his bottle. So this might be a kill here. We're gonna watch the Dota heroes in their natural habitat.
Yeah, this is gonna be a late first blood. I haven't had it yet.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. And the glimpse and the kinetic field and rip in pepperonis.
That is a wonderful first blood. Slow down that Alchemist. Stop him from getting that level 6. I was going to mention it earlier. He's had to deal with this bottle crowing. He has the limited regen. But once you get level 6, yes, like no big deal as Alchemist. You just like pop that ultimate and back away for a little bit, and life's brand new.
Yeah, it feels good. I don't know if this bottom rune is covering this ward is covering this rune.
I was wondering about that with that Invis.
Because that was the thing, like, that should have been seen, and if this ward was, I think, slightly to the left or placed differently, that could have changed the game, and getting that kill on Alchemist is pretty big, like you said. But he's going to get his 6 pretty soon in a timely fashion. And it's just 1 kill.
Here
But
comes that smoke rotation up top, though, as well. It's going to result in another kill on Ursa. And maybe Oracle as well. He's going to get locked in here.
Yep. And he's actually going to try to go for that Beastmaster kill. He does have level 2 into Purifying Flames, but unfortunately, Beastmaster juked it out.
Yeah, I think that seemed very well baited by Beastmaster as well. Because Oracle could have just ran away after that kinetic field, but Beastmaster low enough health to be like, hey man, over here, and distract enough to make sure that Oracle did not get away from that engagement.
Yeah, exactly. So Ursa's got lots of last hits compared to Lifestealer.
Regen rune bottled away by Alchemist. Earth Spirit doing a really good job of helping us secure those runes so far.
The question is, when's the early Rosh going to happen? I mean, he is the safe lane, and he hasn't hopped into the jungle yet, which means that he's very visible, and they're going to be wary when he goes into that jungle, and they're going to check Rosh. So it's going to be a tough one. They do have the dire advantage, though, and that part's good. But as far as help goes, the Oracle might want to hop in to disarm Roshan as he gets those early stacks of Fear Swipes. The top lane, though, Doom does get got on. He gets stunned by the Boulder Smash. I don't actually see the initiation, unfortunately, but Beastmaster is going to get rooted, Purifying Flames, and dead. 2 people getting ganked here in the top lane. Top lane's doing real good. They turned it around. They originally lost that last engagement, losing the Disruptor and the Oracle, I believe. Or not the Disruptor and the Oracle, the Oracle did die, but I don't remember if someone else died in this top lane. But anyways, yeah, so this top lane's doing real good. The main thing is that Ursa's getting what he needs. And so is Medusa. She's doing good. Alchemist, this is kind of a wash here. I mean, Alchemist is getting a lot more farm out of this lane. But, of course, farm on Medusa goes further, so... Rotations coming in from the supports on FTD's side. They're here on the top lane. Was that spotted out? Yes, it was by this Radiant Observer here. So no smoke to be seen. So kind of a while. Looks like there's 3v3 here in the mid lane. Doom showing up. Devour on cooldown. He has a stun in tow. Disruptor level 4. It's actually a pretty well leveled Disruptor. You want to get those levels. Level 6 is just one of those heroes that 6 is huge. Not like a Dazzle where, you know, Weave's like, meh. It's more of like Disruptor where Static Field can do work. In the roll in on Disruptor, but Doom's here to help out. Now, this Earth Spirit does have a haste rune, El Haste rune even, so that he's going to get out. But Disruptor gets got on by the Darkstreak. He shows up, Purifying Flames from Oracle. Rotations from FTD are pretty good to help out this Earth Spirit. That Snake almost killed the Earth Spirit. But, yeah.
Good fight by FTD there.
Small picks.
Yeah.
Ooh, God, that nuke is so bad. And she gets the mana back, too, man. I swear, like, Medusa has some mean early game skills, despite the fact. Like, phase boots, her right clicks hurt. And honestly, I think that Stone Gaze is actually borderline too good. It's, like... so good.
Yeah, Stone Gaze is super powerful, and oh, is he gonna get the dunk? No, almost kills Oracle. A ton of damage with that. The snake.
The snake. Cobra Strike. Yeah, I just think that the main thing about Stone Gaze is that it goes through BKB, which is going to be so huge against Ursa. And I don't remember if Medusa was picked after Ursa. It was Lifestealer. I think she was the fifth pick,
she
right?
was the 5th pick, yeah.
So, like, yeah, went Lifestealer into Ursa into Medusa, and it paralyzes you. And even if you get 1 millisecond of view time on the Stone Gaze, you're now slowed. Your turn speed slowed. You are slowed by a massive amount. It is a game changer. You either fight and you turn into stone, or you turn away, get slowed, and now you're not fighting for it's 6 seconds. Are you kidding me? So good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good ultimate when it's pulled off correctly. Very destructive and disruptive. Just kind of forces you to have to kind of change your game plan. And, you know, in fights, it's a pretty important capability. We now have Lifestealer running around as a Black Dragon. Hasn't been able to do a whole lot with it yet, but we'll see.
Can farm up. Got lucky with that Black Dragon. What items does he have? Yep, he's got his kit. He has a Basilius. He's got Tranquils, and of course the Iron Talon for the farming. And they're going to push this lane pretty easily. This is that power spike for Lifestealer, being able to hop in that Ancient. He doesn't need a Radiance. He just does this. He just kind of runs at people. It's like, what's your answer? Now, the thing is, Ursa is actually extremely good, not only against Lifestealer, but against the Ancients as well. But not until a little bit later. Rolls in, of course, that's not going to hit the Ancient, so I don't know if he expected to stop him, but the Ancient's just, half health, not even a problem. Lifestealer sitting there pretty with full health, able to pop out. I think that one thing that they might change about Lifestealer to make this less of a cheese strat is to make it so that Infest's cooldown doesn't roll while you're infested.
Oh,
so if you come out, your ult is still going to be on cooldown. So that you can't just ult out, go back into another creep. You're Gucci. I mean, he essentially has 3 HP bars at that point.
Yeah, it gets a little silly, that's for sure.
But doesn't mean I don't think it's OP. It's just kind of like, do you want this in the game?
Yeah.
But we'll see what Ice Frog says. Based Ice Frog 6.7. Please, Mr. Lizard.
I know. I was really hoping that we were going to get 687 for the start of this tournament. But based off the competitive calendar, pretty clear it was not going to be happening once we really got the start of Star Ladder going on this week. But I think there's maybe hopes that we would get it next week. I guess we'll see though.
The dream is real.
We'd love to cast some 6.87 next week.
Mask of Madness being the first pickup here from Ursa, and this is a strange pick to me. I mean, it's not unusual per se, but you do have the defense on Enrage, but you kind of don't want to use Enrage for defense anyways. You kind of usually want to use it for offense. It's just like, you build up those Fury Swipe stacks, and I guess if you have a team behind you, it's good. But it's not like FTD has the biggest stuns in the world, though. So, kind of interesting. I don't know what the alternate build would be, but everything's good.
Yeah.
Like No Tail said it, anything can work.
Yeah. Just all circumstances and the lineup you're up against.
Yeah, I can't say I know exactly what would be the better item. I mean, Dom doesn't do anything for you. So you need the lifesteal anyways, and at that point you can keep a Morbid Mask and then go into, a Blink. A Blink would be nice depending on what initiation they have. They do have the Darkseer, the Earth Spirit. Speaking of which, they are smoked in the top lane. And they are going to be heading off. The smoke may break with this Beastmaster here. Actually just narrowly misses the smoke range. Disruptor here, scary in the river. And they're going to go for the mid lane, though. They're going to find this Medusa. And they didn't Earthshock quite yet, but there is the slow coming out from the Orb of Venom. And look at all those right clicks. Finally, she's going to go down. Raid boss down. Reply is a roar onto the Earth Spirit, who's blown his load. He doesn't have any mana. Kinetic Field goes up. Glimpse comes back. Static Field. And that's going to be 2, 3 dead, and now 4. Huge response coming out from JDR.
Yeah, great combo there. The Disruptor doing a lot of work while Medusa just banging away while she was still alive. Everybody was so ripped up by the time that the Roar and Doom came and helped cleaned up.
Yeah. That, man, power of Disruptor. Feels good, man. Yeah, FTD wasn't expecting that big of a rotation. They just appeared, and there were 4 heroes in the mid lane. The only one that wasn't there was Beastmaster in the bot lane. So it was basically a 4v4, but FTD did not expect that response. But in the end, Medusa was quelled, and Lifestealer, doing his thing. Not the he does have 2,400 gold, so he's a little bit towards his relic. Which I think is pretty good, because they do have 2 right clickers, and most of their damage comes, and by they I mean FTD, have Ursa and Alchemist, and 17% blind from the Radiance is nothing to be scoffed at.
They are going to get the Bounty Rune out of this rotation. FTD had been doing a really good job of controlling the runes, which is definitely important when you have that Alchemist on the board. Yeah,
that's like one of the best ways to bait an Alchemist. Leave a Bounty Rune there. If you know they have wards there, just sit there. Honeypot it. He'll come. There will be an Alchemist. The greed is real.
So Ursa has smoked in, but I think has been called out by Yellow. That would be Doom. He's dropping some pings.
They're on a ticking time bomb, though. There was a bird that was over the Rosh Pit, and they are here. They're here. Kinetic Field is there, and unfortunately, there's no blink on the Ursa, so he's going to try to finish this up, but the Beastmaster Primal Roar is going to stop him in his tracks. Darkseer trying to get cheeky with the vacuum, put him on the high cliff there without any escape. But now they're going to clean up the Rosh, and honestly, I'm a little surprised. Once again, I'm not a pro, but I think if Ursa has saved his Enrage for when after the Fury stacks had actually been stacked, he might have gotten that kill. At least it would have been closer. Because he used it right at the beginning of the Ursa fight, or the Rush fight, so. But there is an Earth Spirit rolling in, trying to magnetize, doing a good job of it, but he's going to die as a result. And, yeah,
Oof.
no reply from FTD follow-up on that. So yeah, I don't know. That's good detection on JDR's part. They knew he was going in. I don't know. I think he smoked in.
He did smoke in, but I'm not
yeah.
quite sure if they just kind of were close enough to kind of hear it, or just, you know, kind of sniffed it out by figuring out he was doing it. But they definitely had a pretty clear idea what was happening.
Yeah, and that's gonna be T1 for JDR, and that's the second tower for the game and second tower for JDR. Oracle here, sort of in a rough position, trying to get that ward up, but not going to be able to get it up. Put a sentry down, I think. And there's the glimpse of what Disruptor's good at. That's rank 4. And that's going to be a Doom. It's going to be a Fortune's End. But there's a Beastmaster Roar on Ursa as a reply. And Ursa went in, but he got stunned up, and now he's by himself. Disruptor's going to have a glimpse up in 4 seconds. There's no running. This is a dead Ursa, and now definitely a dead Oracle as well. He didn't ult anyone. Is he going to ult himself? There it is. Now he's going to try to heal himself, but unfortunately he doesn't have a TP, so he's not going to be able to get back to base.
He's got a lot to work against that ulti.
Yeah, he's going to have to go through Razor's maze to get back to the
looks like a 5,000 point lead in both team net worth and experience. Only going to go up further, though, especially a 2,000 swing in both departments on that last fight. Ouch.
Yeah. That's big, and JDR has a pretty formidable late game, so that it's not boding well for FTD. They need to get that Alchemist, his farm. He does have Radiance, so he is flash farming. At least that's online. He's not behind there. It was kind of late, I think, but because of that kill and because of the action. But he's there. He can catch up. You know, and then there is the Ags advantage that he can apply to Ursa. So he can make Ursa a little bit stronger, but I don't know if that's the first thing he'll be buying for sure, for certain. Yeah, and then there's not, unfortunately, if this goes late, there's not many Ags on these heroes. Darkseer has an Ags, but it's not the best against Medusa. Maybe it's decent against Lifestealer, actually. But like Earth Spirit, no Ags. Oracle, no Ags as well.
I thought.
Oh, my bad. Oof. Yeah, coffee. All right, need more of it. Yeah, Earth Spirit has a great Ags, actually.
Yeah. You start kicking people around.
Yeah, good. Call me out. Speaking of Oracle, he gets glimpsed.
Yeah, totally blown up. And this Medusa has got her split shot going on. She's going to be putting a lot of pressure down mid. And they should be able to get this tower with the help of Beastmaster's minions.
Look at the work that Disruptor is doing, kenching people out constantly with those glimpses. The thing is, as Earth Spirit goes down, I'm going to talk over his death here. The scouting abilities of any scouting ability, but Beastmaster or Lycan or someone who's able to get that espionage in, give you that vision for the glimpses, nobody's safe. When you have a rank 4 glimpse, the range is absurd, and as long as you get that vision, you get picks. And you know, you can't be 5-manning all the time if you're FTD. Like, you're farming, you're doing this, you're doing that, and it doesn't matter what team you are, you're not going to be grouped up all the time, which means, you know, you're going to get caught out, you're going to get glimpsed, and the pick value of that is so prevalent. Add that with a bounty hunter, and, well, you're rolling in gold. Doing some aggressive ancient stealing here, but she gets spooked. Medusa in the aggro ancient camp. Back to the jungle.
And 7,500 difference in net worth. Definitely a nice chunk of change as some items starting to roll out here. Necro 3 finished up, and no Manta style yet, but the Relic picked up, as well as I believe that's the Radiance recipe on its way out. So that's certainly a big step up for Lifestealer.
Yeah, man. Earth Spirit is underfarmed, which really sucks. The problem of being this underfarmed as an Earth Spirit, I mean, with only 2 gauntlets of strength, he has 1,200 gold, or 1,200 HP, sorry, but he wants to roll in and magnetize, but that being such a low range, it puts you in danger. It really does, without a Force Staff, without more HP. And, well, they kind of need that damage. And, yeah, but they're rolling out now. Let's see, Lifestealer does have his Radiance.
Yeah.
And you can't see the graphic here. It's kind of weird. I usually see it on the Ancient, but he's... Oh, maybe he has it turned off. That's probably what it is. If I can see...
Looks like it's rocking
no,
those monsters, so...
Yeah. All right, so they are smoked. They are ready. They want to fight. It's 14-4, and the net worth's in their favor. May the odds be ever in their favor as they find an Alchemist, and it seems the odds are very much in their favor. This Alchemist is not doing hot. He only has Boots of Travel and a Radiance, but he gets ulted by Oracle, so he might be okay. We'll see if he takes the heals. False Promise is going to pop. He's dead. Ursa, though, does find the reply on the Beastmaster, but now he's dead. And that's it. That's Necros. That's the Ancient Creep killing the Ursa. Glimpse back on the Darkseer. Reply Vacuum trying to push them back is going to work, and it's going to be a 2-for-1 in favor of JDR. So they just lost their Beastmaster.
Yeah, pretty good trade for him. Not the biggest gold change or XP swing, but when you're already in the lead, as well as it just setting yourself up to take out their middle tier 3, no big players alive. If they commit to this defense too much, too, they're just going to lose these players. Definitely going to lose these racks before Ursa and Alchemist respawn.
Yeah. Ooh, man, you got to think about where you're positioned against a disruptor, especially against a good disruptor. This disruptor is looking, he's wary, and he's finding those glimpses. Yeah, and I was going to say, I'm a little surprised that they didn't try to put down a wall or something in front of the racks, because then they would constantly be hitting it. But Ursa comes in after the res, pops his ult, gonna get Medusa, and as a reply, though, Darkseer does go down. Earthshaker, or Earth Spirit goes down, rather, to the Lifestealer, who popped out of his Ancient. Alchemist looking for more blood, not going to find it. Roar, though, onto the Ursa. Is he going to be in trouble here? They have their team, Earth Spirits, throwing boulder smashes. There's stun missed, but Alchemist is ready. Glimpse, though, going to send the Ursa back. And Doom now is slightly in a bad position as Alchemist and the Earth Spirit are going to go after him. They get the TP cancel with the boulder smash. I believe that was fogged, so good job on his part. And, well, they get a couple reply picks, and I guarantee that that's going to mean a little bit of gold in their favor.
Yeah, they did end up coming out ahead there, although a bit of a buyback from Earth Spirit as well. So that's going to cost them a bit in the long run.
Yeah, what button is it for buyback? There we are. Yep, you're right. So yeah, and that's going to set them even more behind. But they're going down with a fight.
Yeah, 10k gold disadvantage, but with Alchemist, big farming hero. Still plenty of possibility, you never really know.
Yeah. Manta being the choice for the Alchemist as his next item, as Cash rolls in, pops the DD, he's farming. Manta, pretty good. He potentially, if he's real good, can use that to disjoint a Glimpse. I've seen it before, it's happened to me, feels bad. Yeah. But it's very tight timing. You do get the visual indicator if you have vision of where you're being glimpsed back to. You can like see your body or the ghost body hit the target, and you can Manta style out of that. What is the active for Manta style called? Mirror image. Okay. Yeah. So, but all right. It's decent. I think that it's good movement speed. It's decent damage. He's a strength hero is the only thing, so he doesn't get like a lot of value stats out of the Manta, but he is going to be able to split push, jungle, get the Radiance on his Manta illusions, and he's going to be pushing bot as the Radiant team pushes top.
Yeah, Boots of Travel will give him that mobility, and definitely need a little bit of split push to put some pressure on Radiant, but JapanDota Rejects just going to keep on pushing. They don't care. You can reject them if you want. Just persistence. That's their route.
Yep, that's true. Solar Crest on the Doom. That he's really looking for that value, really trying to make Medusa that much more tanky against the physical damage of FDR. And, well, they're going to get the initiation here. Stone Gaze is popped, and it looks like there's going to be Earth Spirit dying. He gets his Magnetize off, but tanky Medusa is not going down. All her mana is depleted at this point. Where's the physical damage? Where's the damage coming out? Alchemist tries to get it, but he's going to stun himself as Ursa goes in on the Beastmaster. He gets roared, unfortunately, because he doesn't have a team. Alchemist gets zoned back, and they don't have any way to stop that primal roar on the Ursa. Like I said, that is one of the best replies. You have a hero like Sven or Ursa, you put him on the roar on him, and it's just not going to do well. Unfortunately, Oracle wasn't there to purge that stun. And that's what's required here. If this is a different game, if Oracle's able to preload some heals on Ursa and then ult him, and then he gets all that damage off. Now there is going to be a false promise onto the Darkseer, though. Maybe this will save him. That was a lot of damage, though, beforehand. He is healing, and he is going to pop. A false promise, indeed, as Alchemist tries to TP back, but that regen's going to keep him in the game. Bot lane is going to be the target. And, well, that's 2 Rax's dead at this point. Capitalizing on their advantage.
Keeps him in the game, but his team doesn't really seem to have a whole lot longer in this particular match of Dota. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The GG called. And JapanDotaRejects are going to book themselves a spot in the winner bracket finals. So guaranteed a top 3 finish. Nicely played by them. Accusing him of a fake GG, but there you go.
Yeah,
they're contesting their fighting, but they're not stopping the countdown. And you know, no need to be salty. No need to be salty.
All right, well, unfortunately, I was excited to cast more, and I want to cast more, but it looks like we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow, eh?
Yeah, indeed. But was a wonderful, wonderful night of Dota, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining us. We had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, and definitely saw a great display of Japanese Dota. Very much looking forward to watching more of it. And if you want to watch more of it, or watch more of myself or my co-caster NexLevel Dota, you should definitely check us out. He can be found on Twitter at NexLevel Dota, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/NexLevel. You can find me on Twitch at Twitch XTV Esports, and on Twitter at eXtelevision. Any last words from you, NexLevel?
Nothing left, just like you said. Join us tomorrow, same time, same place. It was fun. It was fun co-casting, and I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah, I just flashed up the schedule for what we got tomorrow. The lower bracket round 3 match, then the winner bracket finals, which will be a best of 3 series. JapanDotaRejects versus the winner of the other match that was happening simultaneously. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for watching. I'm eXtine, and yeah, me and NexLevel. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.